when you are young, as well as when you are old, but really when you are young, your FICO score is probably the most important part of your entire financial foundation. A FICO score is a 3-digit number that determines the interest rates that you will pay on credit cards, car loans, and home mortgages. But it also determines if a landlord will rent to you. It determines what your car insurance premium happens to be. It's also starting to determine if a hospital will admit you to give you medical care. It determines everything in your life. FICO scores run from 300 all the way up to 850. Anything under 500, you are FICO'd. There's no other way to put it. You want a FICO score of 760 or above. So what I would tell a young person just starting out, you have to make sure that you pay all your credit cards on time, never go over your credit limit. You have to be very diligent with how much credit card debt you get into, because if you have too much credit card debt, you're late, you go over your limit, down goes your FICO score, and there goes everything in your financial life. It's more important to pay down your debt than to save. Why? Chances are your debt is either at a 9% interest rate, a 12% interest rate, an 18% interest rate. Let's face it, you have a $3,000 credit card debt, 18% interest, and all you do is you pay the minimum on that every single month that they ask you to pay. Do you know it will take you 22 years to pay off that $3,000 of credit card debt, and you will have paid $4,000 in interest? You won't be young anymore. You're going to be old, and you're going to be broke. So get out of debt, then save. If you're going to buy a home right now, you better be getting a steal of a lifetime, because real estate, in my opinion, is probably still going to not do well for another 2 years at least, until at least 2010. So therefore, you do not want to buy a home and see it go down 10, 20% more in value, and it could easily do that. Then what? If something happens to you and you have to sell it, you may end up like all the people today who owe more on their homes than what they can sell it for. So first of all, you have to have a high FICO score to buy a home, so you qualify for a low interest rate. Second, I would not be buying a home today unless I had 20% to put down. Not 10%, but 20% to put down. And I would not be buying a home today unless I could qualify and afford a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. That is what I would look for, or currently I would stay out of the real estate market for another year or so. Most people, when they go and you're young and you get a job, you'll work for a company that hopefully will offer you a 401k that matches your contribution, which means you put in $1, they give you 50 cents. That's an automatic 50% return on your money. So in your 401k plan, you will have a choice of sometimes your employer stock or different mutual funds. The rules of the game are this: never put more than 10% of your investment dollars into your employer's stock. You need your money diversified across the board. So you should always be diversified in either the mutual funds in your 401k or whatever else they happen to be offering you outside of a 401k, whether it's a Roth IRA or just in an investment account. Make sure if you're investing small amounts of money that you are diversified in mutual funds or exchange-traded funds. Don't put all your money into one stock. Don't put all your money into 5 stocks, but in the same area. All pharmaceuticals, all technology, no. You want your money diversified across the board. And the easiest way to do that, until you learn all about investing, would be what? Indexed mutual funds or indexed exchange-traded funds, the way to go. When you're investing, you have to understand that we're a global economy. So that you also, in the same way that I want you diversified in the exchange-traded funds, the mutual funds that you're invested in, I want you to be invested also in a diversified way globally. I think you should have possibly 80% of your money here, but at least 20% of your money overseas. You want to take advantage of what's happening in India, in Brazil, in Russia, in Egypt. There are so many things that are going on right now, South Africa, that you've got to be invested globally. And if you are, with time on your side, you'll hit it big.